Well, I think if the public schools fail at integration, and I think in many ways we are failing at integration. I mean, I think that would be my assessment at this point. It will create an increased crisis of racial conflict, of separation of people of different cultures in our society that will plague us and in some cases paralyze us. If our struggle to make diversity our strength does not succeed, we face not only as a school, but we face as a nation, I think, a very, very serious future.
Corporate America requires a compromise from nearly every person that works there. If someone is not willing to dress the part, it's not something that you can force them to do. Wear a tie. Wear a tie. You will be one of 10 people being interviewed, and you may be the only one with the tie on. And if you are, that's one more little point for you in the ultimate hiring decision. Dress like you were going to church with your boyfriend or girlfriend's grandmother. If you're going to make a mistake on overdressing. Don't, whatever you do, don't show up in sneakers and, you know, the hood and the hat and all that. Don't do it. The message you're giving is, I am willing to make the adjustments that are required to work for you. It's a compromise in some ways. Go ahead.
What about the expression of culture? What if somebody has a certain culture that they love and that they feel is them? Should they have to change their whole appearance and put their culture in the background just in order to get this job?
It's a question you have to answer personally. The only thing that is out of the question is sloppy, bad attitude, an attitude with your appearance, with your walk, with your language, which is, I don't need you. That's what's out of the question. Anything else goes. This is America after all. It still is. In parts of the country, it still is.
I just don't want to change just for the situation.
You don't want to change because this isn't you.
Yeah.
Right?
If I do that, it's not.
It's not.
I will do like that. Just for you, I'll do like that.
You
and
know
then
what?
when you start talking to your mind.
You know what? Put it down. Keep it down all the time. I don't know. No, you've got such a good-looking face. Huh? I'd really like to see your eyes. Can you?
I'm telling you, man, I'm going to do this. Don't chirp, because
all right. Okay. Jeff, you've got lots and lots of goals and lots of dreams, and they'll be accomplished as long as there's a plan, you know, to how you get it. You just can't, whatever happens. So, do you have that plan written, or is it just in your head?
It really doesn't need to be written out, I don't think. I want to be able to produce my own movie, and the music, I want to do the music shawty. And
explain that to me, since I really don't know what that means.
Pretty much producing, and my ultimate goal is to have my own record company and distribution company. It's just a matter of what order drops first, but it'll all be accomplished. As far as school is concerned, I've always had problems with it. And academically, I've always been able to achieve. It's just you start to come in contact with teachers that don't really care. I feel that they should be going for imagination and creativity, because that's the only way things get invented. I mean, if you can imagine it, then there's a possibility that you can do it and that you can make it. But if you don't take time to imagine it, it can never come forth. You know, we worked well together, did a little fear. I put all the ideas together, put it on edit, and they about to show it to you. Somebody gonna press play or something.
Fear. I've had a few moments where I've been afraid.
Fear. It enters the mind of nearly every person on this earth. These very halls have been said to cause fear. Why?
Since school itself is a microcosm of society, the fear that is present in the school system is the fear that is present in society itself.
I've heard a lot of stuff about kids getting beaten up after school, you know, like in the G building stuff. So I don't really go there by myself after school, but other than that, I don't really worry about it because I can defend myself if I have to.
Fear in these halls? As amazing a statement as that is, it has been spread throughout this school that these halls in the G building are in fact dangerous. Dangerous? What do people think is going to happen? Something like,
open up your water. You want me to talk to you or something? Open up the water. Hey, punk, open up your water. You want to say
is that what's really going on in some people's minds? Total darkness? Why can't they see any light? Is it because they fear that if they open up their eyes, it will be to a reality that will look something like this? Hey, homie, you alright? You alright, homie?
Hey, do you want me to call a hospital?
Damn, man, you look fucked, man.
You want me to call the hospital?
You okay? Hey, what's wrong with you, dude? Why you looking into my mouth?
Why you got blurry? What's the matter? Can you see me? How many fingers I'm holding up?
Damn.
what happened? Are you okay?
Hey, well, you don't need this chain, do you?
It has been learned that much of the violence on this campus is caused by people coming from other places onto the campus. And I think that's the reason for, you mentioned briefing, you might talk about it a little more, the fence to try and keep people out. If we can do that, I think that will eliminate a lot of the problem.
Yeah, we're real clear that that's where about 70% of our problem comes from, is off-campus non-students. And that's why we feel like the fence is critical to us.
Unless you're dealing with issues such as gathering data as to who is perpetrating these acts and who's the recipient of it, unless you're dealing with issues of race and ethnic-based violence, you're not addressing the issue of violence at Berkeley High, which is endemic to most urban areas.
I have not ever heard of a student who has been hit, slugged, etc. on this campus who has had it done by a stranger. Yeah. And I'm talking in recent months. And so what we may find that the fence has now made the lunatics stuck in the asylum.
Take the G building situation. The scene showed earlier is an example of the stereotypical hall of the G building, but here's the reality most find.
Hey, yo. Hey, what time is it? Hey, what you tripping off of, man? What you scared of? You afraid of something? Coward.
Why is there so much darkness in people's minds? When will they ever take the time to truly open up their eyes, shake off their frustrations, and slowly but surely get up, and then tackle their truest fear? And what is their truest fear? Then again, what is yours?
Fear me.
I wanted people to look at the fact that lots of things in the school based on fear are being overlooked. Fear is not looked at as the problem but just another thing that happens as a physical reaction to what happens, when actually fear is one of the main roots of the problem.
You can say it is ignorant, but there's a cause for it. I mean, there's a cause and effect happening. I mean, people hear about it happening, and maybe even see their friends get beat up or themselves get beat up, and then they just have the fear that it'll happen to them all the time. And they see someone that fits the stereotype or fits a certain category that they fear.
Fear can cause violence. I mean, when I was a freshman, I was afraid. And I was short, and I was afraid. and when I overcame that fear and began to not fear and made the conscious decision that I'm going to stop altering the way I live my life because of this fear, I stopped getting messed with.
If you look at who's been the biggest gangster in the world, it's been Caucasian males, wiping out populations, genocide, Hitler, Columbus, and the majority of people in jails are black.
Wait a minute, let Leon say something. Leon is talking.
What do you mean? But I'm talking about the fact that all these blacks are in jails is whose fault is not their own, but the fault of the society.
There's a situation that's been perpetuated in everybody's minds. My mind, it's the psychological effects of slavery. The legacy of slavery still is with us today.
Yeah, I know you don't agree with this, but are we all Americans?
No.
No? Why?
I don't consider
Why? Look, I'm not even a first generation here, right?
You're only an American outside.
You can have an American mentality.
For me, I'm not an American when I'm in America. I'm not even an American outside of America if I went out. That other people's view, who am I? I'm Jeff.
That's the thing. I look at America differently than that. I don't look at America as like, it's white America. No, it's all of us. And there happened to be slavery at one time.
But all of us don't survive. All of us do not survive successfully in this society. Listen, when the government looks at me, they don't look at me as an American. They look at the Africa in me.
You're still an American. You can't get away from that.
Please don't define. You defined me for too long. I've been a Mexican American, a Hispanic,
I've
a
defined
Latino.
you for too long.
Yes, you just called me an American. Please, I take that as an insult.
But you called him European. I mean, that's not the insult.
That's the problem. We don't know each other.
Racism at Berkeley High is a problem that is subverted on the surface. But underneath the surface, the hate, the pain, and the prejudice run very deep. In my conscious mind, I can deal with these problems, but I can't seem to stop the fact that if I walk past a young person of color on an empty street, I get ready to block a punch.
The first skit we're gonna do, we want some people to get loose. We want some actors and actresses to get loose in this two-person skit. And I want Peter to be the street guy though. I want you to act like a G though. I want you to be like that. I want you to be a street guy, and I want Garay to be the advocate. The advocate. God, you Peter, dude. God, you Peter. Peter the cat that's just hard. Peter sliding.
I always dreaded the day when I would actually have to act. I guess I was afraid that they would expect me to be like them. I was afraid that I would be put in a black role, caught in the trap of either being a white fool or a white fool who was trying to be black.
We got a good thing going here. We on our own, and you're gonna throw it away. You're gonna ruin it for both of us. Don't you understand that?
I'm not ruining anything. I'm not stopping nothing. It's just, it's just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
You gonna stop?
I am. I swear I'm gonna go to counseling this time. I'm gonna really quit. I swear.
You gonna go to counseling? Then let's go right now.
Okay. We can go right now. I'm gonna change for real this time. I'm gonna really change. Okay.
As important as the issue of race is, and I think it's probably the single most important social issue that this country needs to deal with. I'm not sure that the adults in this community deal with it very well. Now, let me say that more strongly. The adults in this community do not deal with it well. The kids deal with it better than we do.
Ramon Flores. Xochitl Rios, homecoming queen of 1994.
Dios, I'd like to thank the Creator. I'd like to thank my familia. Gracias, Mommy. I just wanted to say that it's important for all of us to be there for our young people. Take care of our young people. They're the future. Él es Dios.
Hello, I'm Isioma Mbanugo, and I stand on the shoulders of my father, Okechukwu Mbanugo, and I'll be attending the University of California at Berkeley, majoring in medicine.
4 years ago, we could hardly imagine getting along with each other. But we've learned much more than that. We've learned to value learning. I imagine a world where there's no slaughter in Rwanda, in Haiti, in Somalia. I imagine a world where Bosnians and Serbs live together in peace. I imagine justice in Chiapas. I imagine all of Berkeley High students eating lunch together.